The Baal Shem Tov taught that the power of prayer is so great that even the simplest Jew, when he's praying, can connect to the Holy One, blessed be He. One time, the Baal Shem Tov was walking out in the countryside, as he often did. And as he was walking, he came to this very small village that was high up in the mountains. And he could see this spiritual light coming off of the village. So he decided to walk in. And when he came in, he walked up to this little tiny shul right in the center of the village. And he could see the light coming out of the window. So he looked in and he saw this man wearing a talis and tefillin, and he was praying and praying. So the Baal Shem Tov decided, okay, and he went in and sat down and took out a holy book and waited to speak to the man. And the man was praying 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Usually the prayers, they only go for maybe an hour. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. Finally, the man stopped praying. He took off his talis tefillin, and they introduced themselves. Shalom Aleichem, peace be to you, Aleichem Shalom. And the Baal Shem Tov said to him, his name was Reb Yaakov. Reb Yaakov, you certainly pray for a long time. Oh, Rabbi, to tell you the truth, usually I just pray with the minyan, and I begin in the beginning of the book and I stop when the minyan stops, because to tell you the truth, I really don't know what any of the words mean in this Hebrew prayer book. But today, for some reason, I felt particularly inspired, and so I just started in the beginning of the book and read right through to the end. Baal Shem Tov said, Reb Yaakov, would you like me to teach you how the prayers work? Oh, Rabbi, I've always wanted to know. I don't want to bother you. Take your time. Oh, no, Reb Yaakov, it would be my greatest honor to teach you how the prayers work. So they sat down together, and the Baal Shem Tov put a piece of paper after the morning blessings, and then wrote down morning blessings, and then the morning prayers, and before eating, after eating, the afternoon prayers, the evening prayers, what you say before you go to sleep, prayers on the Sabbath, the different holidays. Finally, we finished, and they said, well, they wished each other well, and the Baal Shem Tov took off, walking down as he usually walked, which was very fast, because after all, in those days, and that's a form of transportation. And Reb Yaakov, oh, he was so happy. He was holding the prayer book. He was dancing and dancing around. He was laughing. He couldn't believe it. It was so great. And all of a sudden, oh, he dropped the prayer book. All the little pieces of paper scattered around. Oh, he was so upset. He picked up the pieces of paper and he was holding them with his prayer book, and he was thinking, oh, what should I do? How can I go ask the rabbi to put them back in? You just spent all this time with me, but on the other hand, how can I not? I've always wanted to know. So finally he decided, and he took the prayer book with the paper and he started walking as fast as he could down that road that the Baal Shem Tov had walked down. By this time, he couldn't even see the Baal Shem Tov. And he was walking as far as he could, and fast as he could, and finally he came up on top of a rise in the road, and far out, way out there, he could just barely see the Baal Shem Tov. Still, and he kept walking and walking. He was walking and walking, and finally he came up to another rise, and he looked, and he could see the Baal Shem Tov follow the road right into a forest. And so Reb Yaakov, he walked through the forest too, and when he finally came out to the other side, he was standing on a cliff overlooking a wide river, raging river. And the Baal Shem Tov was standing on the bank right along the side of the river. Reb Yaakov, I've got him now. And he started to walk down. He saw the Baal Shem Tov take off his girdle, his prayer belt, and lay it out, and walk across on top of the river on this prayer belt. And when he got on the other side, he just put the prayer belt back on without looking back and kept walking. And by that time, Reb Yaakov was by the river, and he was going, "Rabbi, Rabbi, Rabbi." He was yelling, but it was a raging river. He very noisy, he couldn't hear anything. Oh, he didn't know what to do. He was standing there. What should I do? He's got the prayer book. He has the papers. So finally, Reb Yaakov, he takes off his prayer belt, his girdle. He lays it out, and he walks across the river the same way. And when he gets to the other side, he starts running and running. He's going, "Rabbi, Rabbi, Rabbi." Finally, the Baal Shem Tov looks around and goes, "Reb Yaakov, what are you doing here?" He says, "Oh, Rabbi, I'm so embarrassed." He said, "What are you doing here?" He says, "Rabbi, I don't even know how to say this, but I dropped the prayer book. All the pieces of paper fell out. I wonder if you could put them back in. But Reb Yaakov, how did you get here? How did you get across that river?" He said, "Oh, Rabbi, the same way you did. I just took my girdle and laid it across the river, and I walked across the river just like you did." The Baal Shem Tov put his arms around and said, "You know, Reb Yaakov, you don't need my little pieces of paper. The way you've been praying is just fine." And so it was.